Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Magnum Martell, and welcome back to another video where I once again have to talk about some stupid people doing some stupid things and getting themselves arrested. If you don't remember, a couple weeks ago now, I talked about Drake Bell, former Drake and Josh star, getting arrested for inappropriately texting a minor. Well, unfortunately, that is not the end of the people caught doing things that they shouldn't be doing. It seems like everybody is going the way of EDP 145. And now, we have a story coming out of the LA Times, where former Cory in the House star has been arrested and charged with, as you fucking guessed it, inappropriately texting a minor. Let's get right into it. Damn the LA Times, fuck off with your allowing ads and your signing up and all that bullshit. Former Disney star Kyle Massey, however you pronounce his name, charged with immoral communication with a minor, and we have a photo of the man himself here. But alright, let's see what he did wrong, as if we don't already know. Actor Kyle Massey, who starred in the hit Disney Channel sitcom That's So Raven and spin-off Cory in the House, has been charged with one count of immoral communication with a minor. According to the court documents filed earlier this month in King County, Washington, and obtained Tuesday by the Times, Massey, 29, stands accused of communicating electronically with a minor, quote, for immoral purposes of sexual nature. Damn! God damn! What is with all these celebrities these days going all the fucking way and just going straight? Big Daddy Magnum is, as always, going to say innocent until proven guilty. Far too many innocent men get arrested and charged with doing these kind of things, even if they didn't, because unfortunately the world we live in would take the word of a minor and or a woman over that of a man any day without any form of investigation. But according to the documents, they have more than enough evidence, so let's read on. The complaint alleged that between December 2018 and January 2019, Massey delivered sexually explicit photos and videos to the victim. Okay, I want to stop right there for a sec. I just want to point out, why do we call them a victim if they were into it? Now, obviously, if they weren't, that would make them a victim. But are they really a victim if they were, okay with it, if they were asking for it? It doesn't make it legal. It doesn't make it right. You still shouldn't be sending inappropriate photos to minors, to people under the age of 18. Obviously, there's a reason we have laws about that kind of thing. But I'm just in the boat of, if they wanted it, you can't call them a victim anymore. Anyway, moving on. I've said my piece. Identified only as MR via the Snapchat app and pressured her to travel to Los Angeles to stay with him and his girlfriend. Whoa. Okay. So he had a girlfriend at the time. Did the girlfriend know? Is the girlfriend into it? Was the girlfriend a part of it? And if so, is she being charged? Magnum has questions, and he demands answers. You have a girlfriend. What the fuck, man? Why are you going for kids when you have a woman in your life who you clearly get it from as it is? You know, the EDP 145 thing, he was so down bad that he just went for it, and he straight up admitted that. But I mean, it doesn't make it right, but still, it's kind of worse that you're doing it when you have a girlfriend. I mean, it's still bad either way, but, I'm just saying. Massey was 27, and MR was 13 at the time. Oh, damn, so she is young. That is bad. That is really bad. Though the former allegedly known to the latter since she was 4. Okay, so she's known who she was since she was 4. So she probably watched Cory in the House as a kid. In 2019, MR's mother filed a civil lawsuit against Massey in California. But later, after learning that her lawyers had dropped the suit because Massey didn't have enough money to make the case worth it, reported the actor's alleged misconduct to the sheriff's department, according to this month's filing. Okay, so what that tells us is that she originally filed it with a lawyer instead of the police. And the lawyer dropped it because he didn't have the money to make the suit worth it. So originally she was going to sue him for the money. And obviously he doesn't have the money to pay them off anymore. He's probably squandered most of his earnings from being on TV. I mean, he was on TV when he was young. So that makes sense. On Wednesday evening, Massey's attorney, Lee A. Hutton, released a statement speculating that the 2019 suit was abandoned not for financial reasons, but because of the plaintiff's lawyers were quote, not willing to make misrepresentations to the court. Ooh, that's big. That's very big. That means if she asked them to lie to the court, that's not good. That's very bad. He added that Macy plans to, quote, aggressively defend these accusations again, as well as, quote, seek civil damages from those who refuse to hear the facts. It is unfortunate that Kyle Macy had to learn through the media yesterday that the 2019 allegations have resurfaced in the state of Washington a year after the dismissal. So we don't have evidence. So what we have here is evidence that she wanted to lie to the court. The mother of the alleged victim wanted to lie to the court, and that the lawyers dropped it because they wouldn't have really gotten anything out of it, and because they didn't want to, and that he will defend again. So this went under the radar 2 years ago now. It's pretty fucking big. Macy claims that the allegations then and now are extortive. The statements made to the police regarding the accuser's own counsel's advice seem peculiar, tearing away the veracity from the stale allegations. The accusers are in no hidden agenda attempted to use the Washington courts as a platform for revenge against losing the civil matter. So now they're taking it to criminal court because they lost the civil court, apparently. If Macy is found guilty, the state is requesting that he be barred from contacting children under any circumstances, and that a tracking system be installed on his electronic devices to monitor his activity. Prosecutors also demanded that a sexual assault protection order be issued to MR. According to Variety, Macy failed to attend his arraignment hearing on Monday. And that is the whole story as we have it. That's fucking crazy to me. Child star, who obviously had a lot of young fans back in the day, accused of texting kids. Unlike the Drake Bell situation and the EDP 145 situation, where it was more or less not only confirmed, but they were caught red-handed in the act. This one, it looks more like it's coming to the courts as a way of getting some money out of him, even though he doesn't have any. So they're taking it to criminal court now because they couldn't get anything in a civil trial. That's the way I'm interpreting it. Maybe I'm wrong here. It sounds to me like either he didn't do it, or he did do it, and they don't actually care about getting justice for the little girl. They care about making money. It sounds to me like the mother just wants to make a quick buck. You know, this is some Michael Jackson shit all over again. God, I hate the term. How fucking horny do you gotta be to be texting kids inappropriately? And, you know, this is a question. If it was on Snapchat, don't they only keep that stuff for like a year and a half? Wouldn't the evidence be technically gone now? I'm just curious. How long do they keep that stuff? Because I know that the data is housed on their servers. And the police have to be given permission and or granted a warrant to get that information. So if the evidence is really there, and they really have it, he's fucked. You know? But if nothing inappropriate was actually sent, and it's just an accusation, he has a case here. They have an actual, guilt. The thing about these things is that guilty verdicts come with these kind of cases regardless of whether you're actually guilty or not, more often than not. Innocent men will be imprisoned more often than not in this situation, whereas the guilty one will usually walk free. And even in situations where the guy actually was guilty, most of the time they still get convicted regardless. This is one of those things that it is incredibly hard to get away from. You don't get away from this. And even if you are found innocent and get away from it, you're fucked in the public eye forever. If he's innocent or guilty, I'm saying it seems to me like he's probably guilty. Like, I would believe that he's guilty if I heard that the police had the actual evidence from the time. I'd probably be like, okay, well then they've got him. He's fucked no matter what. But in this case, it also sounds like they're directly trying to be extortive. So who's to say? I don't know. I cover these kinds of topics because, somebody's got to talk about it, and it gives me something to talk about. Guilty, you got to prove that he's guilty before you lock him up. And if you can't, well, then you shouldn't be locking him up, and he shouldn't be paying a dime for it. I don't know how it works, besides what understanding of the legal system I have, in that it's corrupt and broken and shitty. So, but I on the other hand, I do have a cousin who was convicted of this kind of thing, but his situation is way different. In his case, he was completely innocent, but he was still convicted. I might do a story time on that in the future, actually. That might be a good one. Let me know down in the comments below if you think Cory in the house is going to the big house. And I will see you in the next video.